Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Nisa Nurhaliza and I am from 2nd D of English Education Department, UIN Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. In this video, I will explain about manner of articulation and place of articulation. Okay, talking about manner of articulation and place of articulation, this is how we articulate or make sounds, and this is important when it comes to understanding how make appropriate sounds in English. If we don't know how to make the sound, then we will never able to make the sound right. And let's talk about the first one is manner of articulation. Okay, manner of articulation is how of making sound. Manner of articulation, it's really important because pronunciation doesn't come as naturally as when learning our first language, that is Indonesian, and it's important to know how sounds are made so that you can pronounce sounds correctly and speak more clearly. And there are several ways or manners of articulation. For the first one is stop or plosive. For stop and plosive, that build pressures of air and then release it. This is sudden a burst of air. For the example, b, b, t, d, k, and g. You can look this picture. This is about stop or plosive. For the example words are pig, bag, tall, and dad. And for the second is fricative. Fricative is top part of the air, so it can't come through everywhere. For sounds include f, b, s, z, h, s, and z. And for the example of this is for, van, sun, zip, and hello. Okay, next move to affricate. For the affricates, that we combine stops and fricatives to form affricates. For the example like s and z. And the example words like cheap and just. If you want to know about this, you can look this picture. Okay, you can imagine that pictures at our mouth. For the next is nasals. Nasal, that we close our palate and let air stream through the nose. For the example include m and n. You can look this picture. This is about a nasal. Okay, let's move to our material. For the next, we will talk about place of articulation. Talking about place of articulation, this is where a pronunciation, and it is the location of where sounds are produced. Okay, for the place of articulation, this is important too in pronunciation because we must know where to produce sounds in order to pronounce them correctly. If we are not pronouncing a consonant correctly, it's probably because the place of articulation is not correct as we are pronouncing the sound. And here are the place of articulation that I will mention or explain to you. The first one is labials or lips. The second is dentals or teeth. And the third is tongue. And the next palate. And for the last, alveolar ridge. Let's talk about bilabials. This is formed with two B lips or labials. For the example words like b, bop, and b, bop, you can look these pictures. This is about bilabials. You can imagine where the bilabial is. And for the next, we will talk about labiodentals. Okay, this is formed with the bottom lip or labio and top teeth or dentals. For the example words like fish and very, you can look at this. This is about labiodentals. You can imagine from that picture where is labiodentals is. And for the next is interdentals. This is formed by putting the tongue between or inter and the teeth or dentals. For the example words like thick and though. For the next is about alveolars. This is formed by putting the tongue on the alveolar ridge, which is the gum line above the top teeth. For the example words like thumb, dad, known, and sit. Okay, let's talk about the next is palatals. This is formed by touching the sides of tongue to the roof of the mouth. For the example like shape, pressure, chip, and jump, you can look for this picture. It is about palatals. And for the next is velars. This is for the last. The velars is formed by putting the back part of the tongue against the soft palate. For these example words are curl, girl, and song. Maybe that's all the material for this video. I will conclude that manner of articulation, that how of making sounds in English, and place of articulation, where is the sounds are made. For the manner of articulation, there are stop or plosive and fricative, and also affricate, and for the last is nasal. For the place of articulation, there are labials or lips, dentals as teeth, tongue, and palate, also alveolar ridge. Maybe that's all from me. Thanks for your attention and thanks for your watching. I do apologize for all my mistakes. Thanks. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.